make it real competitive. That helps really when it comes to who's going to start, right?
So we had a couple discussions over dinner about play, the importance of play. I've been to all the clinics, I've been to all the places, and there are varying, opinions on the balance between playing and drilling and all of these things. My philosophy is there is a balance, and I typically will start with a little bit more skill development and lots of touches, as we start out the season when we're in the preseason trying to get things going. But by the end of the season, I play a lot.
Right.
And not just free play, it is free play. Like, I don't really stop drills a lot and give a lot of feedback. I typically like free play and let the kids compete.
Right.
And then there's a lesson at the end. What did we do right? What did we do wrong? Did we win? Did we lose? Why did this happen?
Instant feedback at the
end.
Right.
So, maybe an hour of our practice, maybe a little more. At the end of the season, we're playing a little bit more. What's your drill/play balance, and is it similar or is it a little bit different than that?
Well, I think the game-like part of the sport, and in any sport, that there's skills that they have to develop, but certainly they have to play the game. That's going to be our assessment at the end of the season. They're not going to look back at our practices and how they went. We're going to look what was our record. So ultimately, they have to be able to play the game. I think the part of it for me that allowed me to be creative, as an art teacher and kind of put my own spin on it, was taking those game-like situations 6-on-6, but making them so that they're not bored. If it's just a game, well, we're going to play a game tomorrow. What can we do that maybe has a skill in it that I want them to learn, but is still 6-on-6? So a lot of them have been stolen and reappropriated from other people, and some of them were ones that I came up with. We definitely do a left side versus left side thing, make it real competitive. That helps really when it comes to who's going to start, right? We'll play to 8 and then switch. They'll switch sides, and then they'll play with the other setter, and so there's no I beat you, so I should probably be starting, and that's a pretty clear, one of those things. At the same time, I came up with a game once I realized that there was this different defense dimension part of it, and some of those things that I want the kids to be able to do require a different skill. I came up with a game where they have to get a point by swinging, they have to get a point by pushing, and they have to get a point by pushing the ball or dumping the ball. Yeah. So they don't get to rotate until they do all 3 of those skills, and that wasn't anything that I found anywhere. That was out of necessity. I need to be able to have them to create, in a game-like situation, the ability to score using these other techniques.
And do it when it matters.
Right. And ultimately, there's some of that when it comes in practice, so they go, well, this doesn't really matter. And so trying to have something, I'm not a punishment guy. I don't really feel like them getting mad at each other, right?
Another synergy.
Right, and there's already a lot of stress in these kids. They don't need to be mad at their teammates because their teammates beat them, and now they have to do push-ups because of it.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a like, and if you're looking for a certain type of content from Side Out, make sure you leave a comment down below and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.